Here, everybody. Have a fantastic video.
Yeah, have a fantastic video.
And let's change the world. Let's change the mindset of at least one person, even if it's each other's.
Lots of love. We'll have to put that in the video. All right. Hey everybody, my name, you know me, Owen Fox here, and I want to introduce you to my friends, delicious Lynn and beautiful
delicious Lynn, I like
Sean.
How you doing? Why am I not delicious?
Delicious Sean, beautiful Lynn.
Oh.
So I'm really happy to bring you these two today because they touch my heart and inspire me, and they're amazing friends of mine, such incredibly positive people, embodying positive energy and helping to change the world for the better. And that's what I live for, personal growth and world expansion as well. So in this video I want to ask them about their experiences with like how veganism has changed their life or impacted them. So
Brilliant.
because I really think this is an important video to make, and I encourage you to share, because it really does make a big difference. So I'm going to ask why. So Sean, I'll go with you first, okay? Tall men first for this time. Instead of ladies first, tall men first.
Right. So, vegan hard changed my life. Like.
Yeah, like how before you discovered veganism, how would you describe yourself really quickly, and then how did veganism like make you feel any different?
Well, first thing I would have been clearly an angrier person when I went. I'm 48 years of age now, but for the first 40 years of my life, I was actually a meat eater, strong, very angry, very aggressive, very, distracted. I hadn't, I like to think I was still a good person, but the fact of the matter was I was an angrier person. I became vegetarian for 4 years, and then for the past 3 years vegan, and I noticed a unbelievable shift in energy when I became vegan. But the clarity of mind, the peace, the connection to the insects, animals, people, humans, myself, those around me, was more with purpose, and I kind of more of a deep understanding. So that was the biggest shift that I realised how much it just turned my health. So it was brilliant.
Emotionally, you felt less anger, more peace. What about happiness level?
Definitely, 100%. It makes a difference because see, when you shift that energy, you shift that negativity. Takes a weight off your shoulders, takes everything like that. So 100%. And
yeah,
go ahead.
Were you vegetarian first for a while?
Well, first 40 years meat eater. 4 years then I became vegetarian, and then the only thing I was eating then was eggs and things like that. And then I gave up dairy, but eggs, and then 4 years, and then I became vegan.
So you were 4 years vegetarian before you became vegan.
That's right. Yeah.
And you've been vegan now for 3 years.
Yeah.
So 7 years total where you're not eating meat and stuff. So when you became vegetarian before you became vegan, did you notice the same differences, or was there a bigger shift emotionally and in your attitude to life when you became vegan?
The paradigm shift going from the condition of meat eating, I thought that on the camera, basically I thought when I was eating meat, that was the only way. I thought it was because that's what I'd done all my life, that's what my family did, that's what my friends did, that's what the media portrayed it to be. So I looked on vegetarians as crackpots. And now people look at me as a crackpot. Maybe I am.
Hippie, long-haired guy.
Yeah, and basically it's just the first thing I noticed the big change was that I didn't need the meat, and I felt much better. I lost some weight, and I became starting more energetic. Yeah. And quits in right away.
Asthma as well.
Yeah, asthma.
Yeah, asthma. Tell us about the asthma. You had asthma, and then
I couldn't have walked any real distance as such, maybe a mile, 2 mile maximum, without having to get a puffer, the asthma puffer. As soon as I went vegetarian, and I still was on the puffer, the inhaler, but as soon as I became vegan, within 2 weeks, that was over 3 years ago, my asthma has went, and I haven't used that puffer.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy. Can you see how important it is to share like this information, and why one of the reasons why I'm inspired to make this video and bring in these beautiful friends as well for their own sake, like who has asthma out there? Who do you know has asthma and you'd like to get rid of it, and all you might need to do, or at least gain benefit or get rid of it completely, is simply stop eating dairy, meat, eggs, yogurts, cheese, like milk in the morning, and ice cream, and like there's vegetarian and vegan alternatives, like, isn't there?
A wee wasp walking.
Whoa,
Guys, there's a wasp on my face. I don't open my eyes. I'm not scared of wasps.
Now, this is a vegan video, man.
There would have been a time that
it's
I would have.
It's actually tickling me.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of wasps, by the way, guys. So I don't mind them walking over me. I'm not one of these people that scream. But
and the thing is that
crazy,
think about your real age and that when
That's a
you,
lovely side, isn't it?
It's lovely. The peace between
there would
humans
have
and
been a
animals.
time that when I never was a vegan and Lynn wasn't a vegan, that we would have possibly swatted it and just dismissed it like it was nothing. But as a vegan now, I see the wasp there. It's like it's just walking
It's
about.
a living
there.
being.
Yeah, it's a living being.
Yeah.
It's got as much right to be here as us. It's just we're scared off it because of what we're taught.
Conditioning,
and
scare,
things like that.
fear tactics. Like I used to be afraid of wasps too, but now I view it as like a mum or a dad or a son or a daughter. Curious.
Sorry, guys. I'm laughing because it's tickling across my face. It's
Yeah, I'm not afraid either. You know,
That's a really tame little wasp, isn't it?
it's a little cute little wasp trying to
And
experience
the thing is
its life.
that I'm saying to myself that if it stings me, then it stings me. And
Wow. It's almost like a spider wasp.
Look, it's rubbing its nose.
Oh, it's cute.
so you go, so interview.
Yeah. So yeah,
And if you happen to do like the wasp thing, you're
yeah,
to blow up. It's not going to harm it. What's on my hair now? Go
absolutely.
ahead, brother. Sorry, guys. Go ahead, mum.
Yeah, so we can be so much happier in life in so many ways. Being vegetarian didn't shift your asthma, but veganism did.
Vegan is 100%.
All right, cool. So there we go. We've clarified that, and we've clarified the time zones. It's going to turn into a Bindu in a Bindi, isn't it? An Indian thing. So that's mad.
I'm gonna give an ocean because
Yeah, it's on her nose.
It's on your nose.
You can always tap it away if you want.
Then you can swap it away.
Yeah. It likes them a lot.
that is unbelievable. I've never had a wasp actually. I've had one land on my hand and things,
There's
but
two
I've
of
never
them.
had one walk right across my face. It's
Are we
really
sitting beside a
docile.
wasp's nest or something?
He really must like
There
our
it is there,
energy
yeah.
anyway. I think
Yeah,
it's that's amazing.
No.
Oh, anyway,
All
sorry.
right. So thank you, Sean, for sharing that.
My pleasure.
You're just happier. You'd recommend veganism. The shift. You don't have to do it all or nothing. It can be just increasing a little percentage every week or
do
whatever.
what you can do. It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
Just do what you
so
can
that's
do,
it.
and
All right. So now I'll move on to lovely Lynn.
Yeah.
Lynn,
so,
what was your life before vegetarianism
Yeah.
and veganism? And tell the lovely people here, were you vegetarian long before veganism?
was,
And what did
yeah.
you feel during the change, and how do you feel now compared to your life before?
Yeah, well, I've been vegetarian before I went vegan pretty much all of my life. My dad actually worked in a
40 years.
butcher shop. 40 years. My dad actually worked in a butcher shop when I was tiny. And I remember the one day, I was only about 4 years old, going to meet my dad at his butcher shop with my mother. And he opened the refrigerators and I saw these dead animals hanging up, all the corpses. And that was like, oh God. And even at that age, I realised that meat, it's wrong to eat animals. They have a right to live. And I went vegetarian. Now, my mum and dad are pretty freaked out because they were worried about my health. Oh, you need your protein and everything like that. But luckily I had a wonderful friend called Sheila who's also vegetarian. And she actually, sorry, I'm getting a bit upset because she actually passed over the other day. She was a wonderful, wonderful friend. So anyway, she encouraged me on my path to vegetarianism. And that was a really special, magical journey for me because with my mum and dad's support, they supported my decision, and she, being vegetarian, also said, look, Lynn's not going to die being vegetarian, she's going to actually be fine. And that was it. And I was totally unaware about the dairy industry, so being vegetarian all my life. Anyway, 4 years ago, we got into really into health in a big way, and we found out about the raw food movement. And we sort of went vegan because not the ethical side, so I was already a vegetarian, and the vegan side was more to do with the health issue. We got the raw foods and everything like that. And then of course we did a bit more investigating online, you searching raw food, and we found out about what really goes on in the dairy industry and the egg industry.
Not nice stuff.
And we were really, really shocked. So that just, not only the health reasons, the decision to go vegan overnight, and we did it. And all I can say, guys, it's the best thing that
Definitely.
I have ever done, that we've ever done. First of all, like before I went vegan.
Tell us why, Why is it the best thing?
From the mental side, I used to suffer from really bad depression and mood swings. That just, within 2 weeks of going vegan, I felt my moods completely balance out, my depression lift. I
That's
just felt
crazy.
fantastic. Absolutely unbelievable.
And this is
And-
why the meat industry and all the dairy industries, they always try and tell you what's really good for you isn't good for you, and you need things that you don't need. So we'll remain
all
like
suppressed.
dull.
They want to keep
heavy.
us all numb, don't
Yeah.
they, and depressed. But these it's just like lifting a lid off. I cannot tell you the difference I felt in such a little
Fantastic.
time.
That's amazing.
And so the depression went,
you're
my
happier?
moods, I was
You
happier.
felt freer.
I felt freer, absolutely, really, really. So that's been the massive thing. And also another thing, like all through my life, I've always suffered from very bad low self-esteem and social phobia. I hated going out and socialising, very, very chronically shy. And that also went. I've been vegan now 4 years, and I felt it lift and lift and lift. This is the best I've ever felt. So it's like
Yeah.
a huge cleansing. It is absolutely incredible.
How quickly did you notice a shift for your social phobia after
Yeah.
becoming vegan?
I would say probably after about.
Was it a gradual
It
build
was
up?
a gradual thing, like
Yeah.
whereas the mood and the depression was pretty quick.
Yeah.
With the social phobia, it sort of was over a period of time, within a few months. But within about 6 months, it started to lift. And I never put it to the veganism. I thought, gosh, can it be? But of course, everything started to lift, including like my moods, depression,
Yeah.
and everything else balanced out. So
Now-
no, I cannot tell you. From a health point of view, mental is the biggest thing I've had. And also, I've lost weight, which is
Brilliant.
great, which is
Awesome.
another added bonus, you know.
Awesome. So one of the things with the social phobia, would you owe it 100% to diet, or was there also other things
There was
that you
other
were doing?
things as well, yeah.
Holistic.
Well, holistically, obviously really into crystals, and the crystals have always helped. Meditation as well. But the other thing that really helped me is getting my YouTube channel. We do a YouTube channel together, Dreaming of Avalon.
You
and
gotta
also-
check them out, guys. I'll put the link.
Also our own channels, and that gave me so much confidence. Getting up in front of the camera, which was something I would never have done before,
Yeah.
gave me so much confidence. And now, like, you can't keep me
Fantastic.
away from it. I love it.
Hey!
I know, but I keep going on. But guys, going vegan is the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, you can feel the inspiration, the passion, like just flowing here. And
Oh.
like, none of us are like silly thinking it's all about diet. Like, that's why I asked that last question. But you can't be also uninformed to just how important diet can be.
100%.
It's like it's energy you're putting into your being, and there's also everything else
Absolutely.
too. You know, body, mind, spirit, like following your passion,
Uh-huh.
healing. We know all that too. You know.
Yeah.
But like, we'd encourage everything, like body, mind, spirit. But this video, we just want to put an emphasis on more like how impactful like veganism.
Oh,
Like
it's
like
amazing,
me,
isn't it?
totally changed too. But video isn't really too much about me necessarily. But yeah, I had the same things. Like, my life totally shifted completely when I went vegan and into raw foods, like, very quickly. Massive total shift. Yeah, total, like, I left my old like
old-
heavy suffering sad self. I improved dramatically.
Well
And
done.
a spiritual point of view, I mean, also that was also pretty quick when I removed the milk out and the eggs. I noticed that I was more aware of what was actually going on in the world. I never really knew much about the Illuminati. I'd heard about it, didn't know much, but that really, I got awakened to so many things that I believe that the dairy was suppressing me.
Cool.
You know?
Definitely.
So, all right. Well,
So-
I think that's.
there you
is,
go,
is-
guys.
is there anything else either of you, Sean or Lynn, would like to add in?
Well, there's only there's one thing I want to stress to you, is that it's difficult as being vegans. We hate the labels, and the only reason why we're using it is because we can be identified with a particular thing. But the last thing we want you or anybody viewing this here to think that we're actually saying that you must do this, you must do that. I was 40 years
must
eating
do
meat, so anytime anybody tried to told me to do something, most times I didn't do it. So that's the last thing we want you to do.
Yeah.
You'll get there when you get there, but what we're saying is there's information out there.
We love you all, you know. Bloody hell, it's
There's
not.
information,
We're all on
and it's
different
just- I think it's a
journey.
responsibility for us all too.
Yeah.
And we can't keep pointing the fingers to the society, or our parents, or our past, or our childhood, or the Illuminati, or the New World Order, or the governments, or everybody
The cabal.
else's fault.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility for ourselves, and the information's there. And if you look at it, you know, we're all intelligent enough to maybe join a few dads that weren't there before. And don't beat yourself up for not being a vegan.
Totally.
Or if you're a meat eater, vegetarian, or whatever,
Raw
nobody's better than
foodist,
anybody else.
fruitarian,
We're all just-
liquidarian,
Liquidarian,
breatharian,
breatharian.
solar
Vegan.
gazarian.
Waterarian.
Wasperarian.
So we're chill. It's good
That's
to
it.
integrate peace and harmony into your life about this.
There you go. Happy days, brother.
Yay!
Woo! So love you guys, and please do recognize our intention. Just
From the heart.
happiness, peace, and no pressure or judgment on anybody.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Family.
Absolutely.
Always. We're all connected. We're all related in the spiritual dimension.
Absolutely.
That's so
Definitely.
true. That's definitely is true.
100%.
Yeah.
And physically related.
Our hands are stuck
so
together.
true.
Super glue. Super glue.
Physically related, you guys
Yeah.
do actually look alike. The two
Brother
lovely
and
guys.
All right, brother and sister. Eh? All right, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to do, please check out their channel and share for other people. If you've enjoyed it, do consider sharing the information and just the energy, actually, of the non-judgment, love, and acceptance, while trying to help empower us to grow on our journey to our personal upgrade. Anything personal upgrading, body, mind, spirit. So, share the message and join these guys' channel if you feel like it. Check them out, and feel welcome to leave any positive comments or testimonials, especially, actually be fantastic too, of your experiences with any positive diet change or lifestyle change you've done in your life.
Wonderful.
All right.
Absolutely, guys.
Guys, send you love from Ireland.
You loads of love and happiness
Love.
from Ireland.
Yay!
Bye.
And thank you, guys.
Like fun.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Oh.
That's like probably the most positive
Wow.
video I've ever
Do you know
heard
what's-
of health.
What is so strange,
Along with Dan
right?
McDonald and Luke Corona,
Um,
they embody a lot of love and positive energy.
It wasn't recording.
You serious?
You're
No, I'm
joking.
joking, no.
Oh, don't do that.